Hello everyone, welcome back to the Toy Barn. My name's Darren, and that over there is my wife Kathy.
Whoa, that over there.
You heard it, right?
That.
She over there, her over there,
it
over there,
right? That mascot sitting over there.
Don't put down Dino, man. Anyway, guys, welcome back. We're thankful to have you. It is a Wednesday evening, which that's when we're shooting the video for, right? Anyway, but we've had a pretty good day of sales. We've got several items on deck, and hopefully more will come in. But today, as far as today's sales, we've only had, I believe, what, 2 or 3 shoot off today? That's come through. Yeah, it's been slow. So eBay has sort of throttled us back a little bit, it seems, today, and they're working on the site or doing something with the site. Macari's, well, it's always doing its thing, as in slow one day and jumping the next, but you know, it's been overall slow. We've got to sell on there, we've got to sell on eBay, but that's for a later video. And Kathy's little eBay store has been a little quiet today. Poshmark has been quiet, hasn't it?
No, it hasn't. I just told you about a sale earlier.
When?
Before we hit record.
Really?
Yeah, I said.
Okay, well that does make.
I asked you if we needed to find it. You said no, not
no,
till the next
no,
video.
not if it just come in, because that don't count.
Okay.
So it just come in, so that does not count. So you guys agree with me? Put it in the comments below. Tell Kathy to think that one through, right?
Whoa! That was the violence.
But anyway, guys, it's a wonderful day. We have a total of 10 items on deck here, and I think everything's from eBay. The main store, is that correct?
Keep bragging, go ahead.
It come from the main store, so Daddy's doing good today. So guys, we are happy to be here with you for this Wednesday, but I'm going to pass it off to Kathy because it's getting late. We're heading a little bit past the 6+ hour towards the 7 o'clock p.m. hour.
Yeah, and Kathy's got so much to do on
Yes,
both
you
ends
do.
of the stick. Hey guys, Kathy here, Madcap Toys. You were back in the Toy Barn. I hope you're doing fantastic. And yeah, I threw on a little Halloween sweatshirt over my shirt because Darren said it was kind of chilly and nippy, so I thought, well, might as well throw that on and come out here. Listing results. Are we going to make it, Darren? We're at 5?
We're about 46.53 away. So it depends on how much help I get from you, or if I get some big number items. Right now, like you know, a lot of my items are going anywhere from $3.98 to about $7.98 mostly.
Well, considering that we're, at least on our time, over halfway through the month, at 53.47, not too bad.
It's not too bad. But we've had, like, you know, we had a day off, and then yesterday I did pretty good. You did okay. Anything that I look at, if we get about 100 a day per person, we're doing about 6 a month, maybe more. But it's when we both have a bad day or miss a day that can really kill us.
Yeah, I tried to help yesterday. I listed about 10 items at late at night, but it wasn't even $100 worth of stuff because it was mostly CDs and things.
Well, a lot of what I've been doing, if you've noticed, and this is no complaint, so everybody out there don't take it this way. But right now my numbers are about 237-ish on 237,000. Okay, which is good, but I think that's where I'm at. But I keep, because I'm doing good sales whenever eBay allows them to come in, I'm replacing a lot of items, which is good. But we're in that season too that we should do better, as in sell more than we're putting on. But a lot of the year you're just putting on to build for this season. Right,
exactly. And mine, I think, I don't know for sure, I know I'm over like 625 listings, and I think I'm roughly about $13,000. That's
pretty good though for what you got on.
So not too bad. But I tried to help you last night, but again, the money wasn't there, but the items were there just the same for only being able to work for an hour or two, because we had just got back from Vincennes that day, unpacked everything, and it is busy. Really
now
busy.
What's your items running? I mean, you're putting on records mostly, right?
Last night was CDs.
CDs, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
CDs.
We've been doing a lot of media. Today I took a lot of 33 LP pictures.
Yay.
I also took, what else was it? I took some CD pictures. I'm trying to wipe out that entire section. So it was saying, when are you going to start doing more toys? Well, we got toys, guys, but we're just trying to move things out of the way. That's a lot of it.
And we got so much of that palette item stuff too, so it'll kind of come out in the end for sure, But guys, if you haven't already, I don't know what you're doing. Subscribe to the Madcap Toys family. We want you to be a part of us. Also, don't tell Darren, but you gotta hit the bell for all notifications, because each and every time we upload content, of course, you're gonna be the first to know. And comments, we love them. Just keep them coming.
Yep.
Right?
There you go. You did good.
Something to share with you guys before we start on the 10 items. It happened only on The Godfather. I know, he was bragging. Just had seen him mention...
bragging. I just said something that's point of fact.
Sure he did. So anyway, just looking through social media, I just had caught something all the way looking through. I always look at things every day because we were in groups at, you know, all these kind of different groups and reselling. And someone had mentioned about having an item sell on eBay, and this person said, hey, the buyer anyway, the buyer said, hey, can you edit the address and change that for me? Because, yeah, it won't work out the address I've got here. So they kept the messages in eBay, right? And they were going to get ready to edit the address, or they were in the process of editing the address. I don't believe they've shipped it yet. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But here's the point. This individual all of a sudden put on a PayPal dispute.
No. How are they getting a PayPal dispute if it's selling on eBay?
Because, well, people still can pay through PayPal on eBay.
I thought you paid direct through eBay.
You paid direct through eBay, but it was a choice. You can choose to use your PayPal on eBay. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they changed that where everything.
So for
every time
instance,
I go through eBay, it's direct.
It looks like it, but like for instance, I've done eBay shipping supplies before, and you said, hey, put it on your PayPal credit.
That's different.
But you can. It'll even show the options: debit or credit card, PayPal credit, the whole work. So PayPal's still in there as part of a pay thing.
Well, you can tell how much I buy.
But anyway, yeah. But anyway, they go outside of it. You'll see it sometime. But they went outside of it to the PayPal account outside of eBay and put a dispute. So here's how Daren and Kathy work it. You can let me know.
I got another question for you. Tell them how I work it.
Go. Okay.
How, if they purchase an item on eBay, how can they go outside of eBay? I thought the dispute had to go logically through eBay first, because eBay was the site that
they can still try, people, if they're evil, they can try to put a dispute on the payment outside through PayPal.com.
Well, yeah. Used to be one company, but you know.
Used to be, but they got divorced.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
So yeah, and so now there's a dispute going on, and yeah. So my thing is, and what me and Daren do is, we don't edit squat. All right, ever.
Because we have been taken on this before.
Because we have been taken on this before. So if we sell something and someone comes up, messages us and says, I need you to edit my address, and they give you all kinds of excuses, either we cancel the order in its entirety, or we send the order at the confirmed address on eBay. Well, if their addresses is changed, honestly, they shouldn't be buying anything until that address is changed in the account.
Here's an input. Sorry to interrupt again. If you want me to sell you something, your address isn't correct, I have been canceling the order and saying then you need to rebuy under the correct order. A lot of times what has been happening is sellers that are playing like they're big sellers are telling you their customer's address, and you ship it to the customer. Then if the customer has a problem, the person gets a dispute with you and says there's a problem.
Correct. That could be it too. That's a good point. But yeah, we don't even play with that. We just say, okay, will it either be canceled or it gets shipped to that address, because it should be on them to make sure if they've moved, that the very first thing when we moved from to this location from our previous location, wow, it's almost 6 years ago. Yep. But then immediately, as soon as we got the keys to the house, we changed
that was the
address.
Thing you did.
And our PayPal address and eBay address and all the addresses, because we were selling actively at the time.
I hope people understand what I'm saying. The person that sold the item, and I'm saying this person may have done this. I don't know. Okay, they may be honest with you.
Sure.
Didn't. Okay. Sure. But here's the deal. What a lot of little smaller sellers do will say, send it to this person's address, and they'll pay you. But then you're going to get into a world of headaches. Now, other sellers on there will know what I'm talking about. I don't want to go through the whole 9 yards in a quick, impromptu video like this. And people say, well, you messed this up. Well, guys, we've done it. We've dealt with it for 24 plus years. And yes, I may mess something up here and there, but the idea is, if it's not your address, I'm not shipping to you. If if you are a person that has moved or changed your address like you're claiming, most of the time you have up to a month or 6 weeks or what have you for forwarding address to get all those addresses right. So that item will still get to you if that's true. If it's not, and you're just saying, ship this to here for me, that ain't happening.
It's true, because as you guys know, eBay discourages drop shipping.
Yes, they do.
And I find a lot of people taking images of actual items that we have and utilizing those images and trying to sell your products. We've had that on hand even with Japanese import companies.
And we just had it just about 6 months ago, I'm going to say, where I had my Madcap Toys card in the picture so people could see whose it was, because I had a lot of people trying to duplicate my picture. Now, since that point, that item has sold and it's not happened, or I haven't seen it for a while, but I have literally seen that. So you've just gotta,
and that's why you see, if you're just shopping on eBay or whatever, and you're seeing people that watermark their photos, good idea, because that way that's why you know that you know, hey, there's a watermark there. They should be taking those
most
pics.
people are doing it to protect their intellectual property, as we call it.
Agreed.
Not to sit there and say, buy off of me, but not from eBay. Most of them's doing it so that if you see our little bear, that you know it's Madcap Toys.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. Our little panda bear. Both sites, by the way, in different logo forms, so you gotta check both of them out. All right, but yeah, that was something there. But let us know in the comments below what you think. Do you guys go ahead and edit the dress and ship the item out, or do you say, hey, you fix that in the account first, or what have you, and we'll redo, or what have you?
Well, you remember years and years ago we did, but we lost a little bit of money a couple of times, and no, after that, I've had people literally get mad at me for not doing it. Say, well, that's absurd. It's like, hey, you lose a few $100s, we'll see how absurd it is.
It's actually absurd for them to buy an item before getting it all confirmed in the account before moving on. So it always has a smell to it, so to speak. All right, so I don't even have to look up but one website today. I know, he's still bragging over there. But we got 10 items that we're going to show. And
on which site?
The Godfather site.
Isn't that the best site we have?
So far. By eBay.
But you know what? Today, Macari and Junior has fired off as much as the Godfather, so it may be totally different tomorrow.
But they won't know that till the next video, though. And next video, Daren's got a big surprise coming up that he's going to show, and it's big.
What is it?
They'll know the next video.
Oh, okay.
You're going to have to actually move furniture to get it to show it off.
I will?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. He needs to not spoil it. All right. Let's get to it. I can't wait either. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. All right. So first off, on the Godfather site, it's little, but it's pretty good. You guys have seen these little Hero Clicks pieces, right?
So long.
Dan's got 2 big boxes overloaded full of them. And he needed to help me with this one because I swear I looked through the one by one, poured it all out, and could not find her, but he did. This is from 2014 Whiz Kids Hero Clicks Shikla Marvel Comics collector figure, found in Hero Clicks box 2. They took advantage of the 20% off coupon. Going out to Michael. Hi, Michael. Thank you so much. And this sold for $5.98 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. Thank you so much. Going out to you in the AM. And for those of you that don't know, this is actually a game piece. So people collect the game pieces either for display or they play with them in the game.
Well, we used to have a girl come into our store all the time about every, was it Thursday or Friday? Or maybe it was Thursday or Friday. I can't remember which day it was most of the time. But usually she'd come in by 3 or 4 of those a week. And it was so she could put them up on her desk at the place she worked. And then she had a couple friends start seeing that. They liked them, and they went and they started coming in. I
had cubicles, and I would set up things, and people come to my cubicle and go, ooh, you collect that? It was so fun. Fun when you had cubicles.
Well, she got Bigfoot one day, and she was thrilled to death that I had Bigfoot.
There you go.
Of course, he was a little foot, but
he was a little foot, but he was Bigfoot just the same. All right, from the Masters of the Universe, I love when these tigers have the gear. Because, you know, you're going to find them in yard sales and Goodwill and all those things. The bins, they don't always have the good gear on top. But this one did. And this came from the Brandon buy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that $150 that you spent.
Actually, I made a couple of Brandon buy sales.
This $150 you spent on all those figures is really coming to play, for sure.
Thank you, Dustin.
Absolutely.
So I'm pretty sure that's Dustin.
Jacob is a repeat buyer. Repeat buyer alert. And he bought this 1984 vintage Battle Master. You got Battle Master. You got Battle Masters. Silly rabbit.
Quicksilver for kids.
I'm going to read it as it says. Battle Masters. It's Battle Masters of the Universe Battle Cat. He was found in the turtle tote laying right up top saying, pick me, pick me. And this one's going out to Jacob. Again, Jacob, thank you so much. And this sold for $10.
Yep. I took an offer on that, and the reason being is I've seen him before, and it's like, okay, I'm just going to put it out because I'm going to be honest with you, I'd rather somebody that does collections get guys like that because he looks really good.
He's pretty cool.
Outfit.
He's a pretty cool guy for sure.
I mean, like I said to you several times ago, Croxton would have died to have that.
Yeah. I had a next door neighbor. He was in Mo too. Pretty good.
Right. Oh, wow. You knew the name.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to skip this one until next video because it's a big one and I know he wants to show it off pretty good. So we're going to go with this comic. Daren just failed again. He didn't board and bag this one, so we're going to have to do it after the video ends.
Well, you know, I've been waiting to get orders in, and it's just taking me a while to get there on everything.
I hear you there. 2020 Dynamite Comics, Red Sonja and Vampirilla meet Betty and Veronica. What an interesting comic.
Right.
Do you think?
Well, you got basically two groups. You got Vampirilla and then the girls from Archie.
Interesting play.
That's the way I always took it, right?
And Joseph, hey Joseph, you took advantage of the 20% discount, and you say you have one more of these left.
Do I?
That's what it says.
I hope I do.
Let's hope you do.
Well,
all right.
I hope the site didn't redo it and put it back on.
It could have happened, so you may want to check that.
I'm going to have to look into that.
Yep. Anyway, this one's going out to Joseph. Thank you so much. And it's going to be boarded and bagged and put in a Gemini cardboard mailer. For sure. For protection. And this sold for $5.99.
Excellent.
Going out to you in the AM.
Thank
Daren gets bulk of these at antique malls. I've seen him get them at different department stores that have them that are discounted. But most importantly, he also gets a bulk of them at
comic collectors.
Comic collectors and just different things.
And if we ever get to shows, we get shows. But that's been a while with that. Now, the last one we did sort of a show, but it was down there, down to the right. That guy always does shows and all that. And I always get pretty decent deals. I mean,
and I really like the crossovers. That was one of them. I'm just digging the crossover sales. I just love the comics.
I love comics, but I just don't have time to read any of them anymore.
Yeah.
Hardly ever.
I think the only comic me and my sister, I would say this was my sister's because I don't remember it coming to me, but I claimed everything anyway, being the baby sister. But it was a 1980s Bugs Bunny comic.
Bugs Bunny.
I wish I would have kept it and put it in pristine because it wouldn't be worth the money, but it's worth it to me, right?
Well, I remember going on vacation with Mom and Dad as a kid, and we went to some souvenir shop. I bought a Star Wars comic. You know, I thought that thing was the greatest thing in the world. Well, I read it like 2 or 3 times in the car going from one place in the world to the other. You know?
Right, of course.
Filled my time.
Of course. I mean, that's just, those were the days. I had actually Scholastic Star Wars Return of the Jedi book. Never kept it. But I wanted to be cool, so when I talked to, you know, some of the guys in class, I kind of wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about.
Right. There you go. You got to look like you know
something.
Gotta
look like the part, right? All right. This is a Blu-ray. Daren found a bunch of Blu-rays at a yard sale recently.
He did.
This is the 2013 Blu-ray disc Gladiator from Paramount Pictures. It was on the media shelf, I call it. And this one's going out to Daniel. Hi there, Daniel. Thanks so much. Oh, wow. What a deal. It sold for $3.49. I don't
remember if I had a discount on that or not, to be honest with you.
Not really sure. No discount. No discount. Maybe you sent out an offer or something.
I think I did. I know I did something with it. I'm pretty sure.
I think the reason is because it's missing a disc.
Oh, okay. That could be it too. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have disc 2, but not disc 1, and I think that's why he just wanted to kind of get it out there.
I did note that, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did.
Yes. Okay. Yes, he did. So, got that for sure.
But there was some of them, like I said, some of them, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of times you'll be shocked how some low price items are.
I know. It's crazy. Yeah, I get shocked.
That one with the Brandon buy as well.
That's a Brandon buy. I'm going to take him out real quick because he's too pretty to hide, right?
That's the thing. I could get more storage bags.
Oh, for sure. Well, between us and Buffy's cans of food and all that good stuff, it can be. Look how nice he is, guys. Very, very nice. And he has his gear. A lot of times you guys they don't always have the gear. You'll see them everywhere, you know,
off,
yard
lost,
sales, antique
broke,
malls, and the like, and they don't have these or this gear in the back at all. So it's pretty cool when you see, you know, a figure like this actually show everything there. So this is the 1981, actual from 1981, no reissue, vintage Masters of the Universe Stratus Collector action figure 6-inch. Was found in the turtle tote, and it's going out to Alejandro. Thank you so much. And it sold for $16.98. Yeah, definitely.
Really nice. Really nice.
I think it was a 10% discount, but all the same, very, very nice. And like I said, you can't really find those.
And he
parts.
had wrote me about 6 different times talking to me about it. And I think from what I understood, if I understood it right, because we was translating back and forth, he or his child, I'm pretty sure it was him, if I understood it right, was wanting that figure for a long time, and that had about everything he needed with it. So
well, very nice. Again, yard sale buy. We picked this up. I don't know what Daren paid for it. I think he got it in bulk, in a box.
I got that in a big old tote.
Okay.
Remember at that one, it wasn't a church sale, it was that ladies sale up here to the right.
So this isn't complete. It's a 20 audio CD set. But Daren said there was, I think I'm missing 1 or 2 discs or something like that.
I think it was like disc 2, something like that.
Something like that. But anyway, this is the Word of Promise New Testament Audio Bible Audio CD set. Was found, of course, in the toy barn. Has a lovely case with all the CDs in there. And this one's going out to Robert. Hi there, Robert. Thank you so much. Wow, and it sold for $5.99.
Well, that's I did that because, like, you know, we had something minor missing. But you know what? A lot of people will listen to those in the car while they're traveling, or if they go on a business trip, they'll listen to it in a headset, or if they still do that in the planes. I don't know if they do or not. But a lot of times people listen to it as they're driving on the highway or what have you.
Right. The one that I was in was only like a 2-hour flight, so it didn't have that. But if you go to American Airlines, some of the more top ones, oh yeah, they've got headsets and things. All right, from the wrestling tote, it's been a while. He's been there a while in the wrestling tote, and he is now free to go to Jason, right? This is one of the many John Cena's that we have, but I made sure it's the right one with the right pants and the right shoes.
For people, they won't understand that.
Right. 2010 Mattel WWE John Cena action figure. Jason took advantage of the 20% off coupon, and it sold for $10.95.
Awesome. And people don't realize I've sort of stopped buying a lot of wrestlers unless I get them in great deals because I had so many that I'm waiting to sell them down.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'm not going to take it out of the package, but you'll know it then the like. This was came from a Amazon pallet. Yeah. I have quite a few of these, but in different letters. So in order for me to get the right letter, and it was lucky because I have an seemingly identical memory, but growing old, so it's starting to wear. Oh. But I found it in the Daren box, but I kind of figured there was one in there, so I was going to go for it first because this wasn't skewed, so I didn't know where it actually was. So I took it out of the package, the little drawstring package and everything, and made sure it was the right one. But it's really nice. It's a piece of jewelry. It's dainty 14-karat gold-filled initial heart bracelet, S for women. Made sure it was the S. Deborah took advantage of the 20% off coupon. And this lovely little bracelet sold for $16.95.
Awesome. Very nice.
Amazon pallet, Dan probably paid about $2.50 maybe for this.
Yep.
Going out to you in the AM, Deborah. Thank you. And we have a G.I. Joe. I think he sold today, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He sold today? Okay. And we're going to keep it in his lovely little case there. And I always usually bubble wrap gently the case around once before putting in the box. Right.
Now, okay, let's talk about that before you get to that.
Okay.
We did have an issue today in the feedback. As was noted, somebody that purchased off me from Ireland, guys. I'm going to get up there. Don't move.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, for you guys that are international buyers, please keep in mind, if you buy off us, we wrap, ship, and pack like we ship to everyone in the United States. But it'll go, is it to Illinois now?
It goes to Glenview, Illinois.
Glenview, Illinois now. It used to be down in Kentucky. But when we ship it, we pack it like we're packing it direct to any of our buyers in the US of A. But when we ship it to eBay, they take it out of our box, they take everything out, and they repack it, and they ship it to you.
And not necessarily will they put packing. They took it basically,
yes,
my bubble wrapped item, which was an action figure,
picked it up, put it in,
and then put it in a different box.
So, I tried to explain as short and simple as I could to them in our reply. But if you're buying from Madcap Toys and you're not in the US of A, guys, it's not going to come to you in the same premium packing that we send it to our buyers in the United States. It's not because we don't care about you, because we do, but it's the way eBay or whoever they're having pack it for them takes and does it to make the packing a little cheaper, less weight, etc. and so forth, to basically get the bang for the buck. But I don't think the buyer understood it, because they said, well, I was unaware, and I'm assuming this happened before the item was shipped, but it had a bend in the packing. The item that we had sent out to them had no bends.
Correct.
It was perfect, and we packed it. It was perfect. So whatever happened was between there and your country, and you know, not saying maybe the U.S. Post Office didn't ding it or something, because it could have happened, but it was in perfect condition when it left our hands. And we always try 100% of the time to say, this is what you bought, this is what you're going to get. We never try to skimp out on somebody like that. And if we do have a problem and we are aware of it and it happens here, we will tell the buyer that before we ship the item to them.
Correct.
But you guys are buying overseas, keep that in mind. If you're buying for a holiday, we'll be sending it the same way we send to USA buyers, but that's going to not come to you the way we would ship it. Right, Angel, you ready?
So it was bubble wrapped. It was bubble wrapped, and it was put in a priority mail 15 by 3 by 12, which is the long gated ones that
the big
I usually put clothes. Well, it wasn't big, but long and thin, that I put clothing in.
Right.
But they take it out of the priority mail box and they repack it if it's going from Glenview, Illinois to that said destination. Now, I didn't say they took it out of the packing like the bubble wrap, but they did stick it in. It could have damaged it. I don't know what box they put it in.
China about 6 months ago.
Okay.
And if you remember, I got everything I bought from there in a bubble mailer.
It was terrible.
And all it had was a little itty bit of bubble wrap around it. And I don't buy any more off of buyers that are outside of the United States of America. I won't even buy off Canada or some of my friends in Australia or the UK, because you know, they're not the guys unless it's direct from them.
Right.
That's going to be shipping it to me. eBay does not take time and quality, and at the end of the day, it's you, the seller, that has to deal with it.
Or the buyers that have to suffer, right?
Well, and they think you did it to them, and we're not there to slight nobody.
No, not at all. All right, now getting back to it, we have a G.I. Joe here. And like I said, I'm going to keep him this little clamshell, and he will be bubble wrapped once and then going out.
There you go.
This is the 1989 Hasbro G.I. Joe Long Range Version 1 Collector action figure, found, of course, in the G.I. Joe tote. 20% off coupon they utilize. Going out to Steve. Hi, Steve. Thank you so much. And this sold for $16.98.
Awesome, awesome. And that coupon is still there for everyone to use through the end of the month.
That's what I was going to ask. Perfect. And not only that, we have one more here. This is another G.I. Joe, but of course it's parts. Daren sells parts, not body parts, but he sells parts.
Well, I do sell body parts.
You said that in the last video, didn't I?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But you asked. Or you made a statement.
You mean toy body parts, not human body parts.
No, toy body parts.
Because we got to keep PC here.
Okay. I mean, if
I
can find good body parts and make money on them.
I'm glad we understand each other.
We are in Halloween.
We keep a PC here at Madcap Toys. Yeah. All right, this is the 1985 Vintage Hasbro G.I. Joe MBT Muller side skirt part. I made sure the side skirt part, it was the exact, because it has different part. Yeah, it has different parts of the skirt.
You're having a hard time, babe.
No, it does say side skirt part. But anyway, I kind of looked and looked to make sure it was the same part.
Would you like it if I just called it a mud flap?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Glorified mud flap for you guys.
There we go. Odds and Ends tote is going out to Paul. Hey there, Paul. and it sold for $12.78 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. So going out to all to
and
you
no
guys.
Mud.
And no mud. In the AM. So yeah, so we do have a few more that are pending. One at Madcap Toys Plus because she did her thing.
Yay.
Macari also has one because they did their thing.
Yay.
And then a few more on the regular eBay. And again, we got a surprise to show you in the next video. You're going to love it. And Daren's excited to show it to you. He's going to be the Vanna White on this one. It's pretty big. But it was a really, really good deal, and we're excited about it. Guys, we don't have anything else to say today, but you have been fantastic. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.